Mic check, mic check. How about a mic check? Mic check, mic check. How about a mic check? Ah, sounded good. Just put that tweet up. Alright, let's get it going. Oh, it's giving me the... And it's giving me the same warning as the first time. I wonder if it's because I hit the ending. Just double check the sound real quick. Yeah, we're doing good. Alright, we're back. We're back with Slay the Princess. So, on the previous stream, we reached the ending, and I think I got about the most basic bitch ending possible. So, my goal is to reach the ending again in, like, maybe 2 streams. So, that means the goal is gonna hopefully be 2 complete loops, maybe 3 in this stream. So I might be running things a little bit faster if it's content that I've already seen. Yeah. So. And I'm just gonna kind of try to play it as normal, especially when we're getting into new stuff. Oh boy. I feel the need to tell somebody. I got Street Fighter 6 on the Steam sale, and it has been a horror show. Just like this horror show. Hold on. Comic timing. Wait, oh, it didn't show the... Oh, the music changed, but it didn't change her face. Oh, wait, never mind. Here it is. It got desynced. How tragic. Anyway. Street Fighter 6 has made some real strides in being, like, one of the more accessible fighting games out there, but still, like, holy shit. I'm not sure if they necessarily accommodate to, like, the sewer child skill level, because, I've never really seriously played any fighting game in my life, and it's going about as well as you'd expect. I'm getting absolutely flambéed, sautéed, sauced, just taken apart. Even in bot matches, I've gone online a little bit. Because I hear that that's like the only way to really improve, and the only match where I stood like a modicum of a chance, I was actively thinking like, wow, this guy is just fucking awful. Just like playing a JP, someone spamming the same range attack over and over, and hitting me with it over and over. Because, Christ alive, these games are so bloody fast. So, this was my opportunity to cool down a little bit. Play something a little bit slower, and get murdered by a cute girl. Let's hit it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. Alright.
That's the spirit.
I've always wanted to off a monarch.
You make your way
I don't
up
need to
the
ask
short
any
path
questions.
to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
She will
cheat.
She will do
She will
everything in her power, etc., etc. We've heard it before.
Go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, let's go. We got princesses to slay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, let's go.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If
The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
I love this particular branch of the voice acting. The sort of intimidating, serious princess.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, thing up here to kill you?
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't actually decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Secretly a monarchist.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine.
It's really got this Stanley Parable quality around it where you can just go to great lengths to piss off the narrator.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Because I think the route that I'm going to start out with, because one option that I didn't take my first time around was freeing her at this juncture. Because the first time I played the game, I had the talk with her. Sorry about my creaky chair. And I decided to go back and try to kill her, but then she fucking comboed me, like me, my first time online in Street Fighter 6. And similar to that, I was unable to react. Got rocked to pieces.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Sorry to stream when you're at work, Viscount. The VOD will be available as usual. I'm not going to set them to private like my initial round of live streams. So, you'll be able to see the whole thing. We're just taking a look at some alternate paths today.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
This expression here is just, ooh.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Girl, your hair and nails are looking great for someone who's been down here longer than they can remember. Longer than they can remember.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
How would I get you out of here?
Don't bother.
Yeah, I know I can't actually get her out of here. She gets schlorped by the hands whenever she gets out of here.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Yeah, I do. Get you out, babe.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I know if I go to the surface, probably something bad is going to happen, so what do you suggest,
That would be
hon?
fine. I can lose an arm.
What? Girl?
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Oh no, I was willing to go with the
stairs
slice option.
slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Punk.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Knowing where the overall story of this game is going, I'm still kind of struggling to understand what's going on the macro level. Or I guess on the micro level. Like why slaying the princess in these sort of simulations matters. I guess we're assembling her true form, the shifting mount. I don't know, man. Like, the endgame story of this is, like, cool to look at, but to completely tell the truth, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Ooh. Binary moral choices, am I right?
against your better judgment,
Yeah.
place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive,
Oh man,
unmanageable pain.
I don't care for this image. She's so moe, but also my disgusting crow hands, just like hacking away at a raw steak.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Okay, so it's the, I guess it's the same result if you had... Okay, because we went down this path before.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I'm trying to remember, because I heard that there was a pretty good route after the witch, but I'm trying to remember whether the witch was after slay her or warn her. I think after warn her was, like the maiden, right? Yeah. And then, the witch was after slay.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Oh, okay, I expected her to dodge.
Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Like, boy, did you really?
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Alright, we're getting into this is somebody's kink all over again. How am I... Alright, this is not going to go down the route I thought it would, so... I'm trying it.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it.
Aww.
She grabs your arm.
Too strong.
Like a stone vice. You drop the blade. Pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker.
Me when I get you.
There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your
Come
chest
on.
and pushes you down to the
Everyone
ground.
knows.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
Alright, this is looking like the first ending that we got, so this may lead us to the tower.
It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I was hoping to not get the tower. Ah, we got the tower. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay. A terrible sense of, if he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can hear you, right? What does it matter what he knows?
Yeah, we're getting
There's
Voice of the
nothing we can do
Broken.
to stop
Damn
her.
it, I was hoping to get something
She's just
different.
going to kill us again. She is not going to kill.
Shit. The first time I thought I got to the tower, I got into like an epic fight with her. And then she turned into the Fury. Let's see how else this can go, I guess.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Just a smidge.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
The blur of
The interior of the cabin
does
is larger
bother
and
me.
more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Just for the sake of doing something different, I guess I'll go without the blade.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Bye-bye, mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming
the line,
voice
Bart.
rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
She's smiling.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I am a little bird.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Okay, babe.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
I don't remember her referring to me as Little Bird last time, but now it is funny knowing that we're this, like, fucked up bird man. Yeah, I took a look at the Slay the Princess subreddit a little bit in the meantime, and the comment that has just been, like, stuck in my head ever since was someone saying that, like, for the princess, this game is, like, the weirdest game of Hatoful Boyfriend, which is that dating sim where all the boys are pigeons. Love it.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Leftist princess?
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
In a fist fighter?
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
You don't have to end the world. You are who you choose to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
What happened to you after
Know
I
the
died?
limits of your privilege, little bird.
Girl, I want
There's
answers.
an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Not beating the allegations. Okay.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
Honey, I am sure you could do that yourself, but...
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Shut up. Come on. Let me pledge ourselves to our giantess wife.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Oh, shit. Okay. This is info that we didn't get until the very end.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh, shit.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done. Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
The end's upon something. I recognize that distant eldritch noise.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Let's not linger on this image any further. Schlorp. But but you do not take her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
Oops.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I think I'm supposed to look in that mirror, lads.
I don't think you should. I don't want to look at us. I'm begging you, don't do this.
Too late. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Ooh, she big. You are at the cabin. Oh, she's so big.
Me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Alright, this is new. She huge. What are ya?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I am a crow.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I like to imagine, if this were fully animated, those hands, like, puppeteering her mouth, which is gross as hell.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Let her out.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Did you send me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
Bitch, I was born
Not
yesterday.
trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do I know you?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more
True reset.
perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Go, honey.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't. You won't.
You won't.
Snap.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here.
Let's go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. you'll find the princess within.
Okay, so I intentionally tried to go down a different path, and that just didn't go anywhere. Well, I was trying to get to the witch. Maybe I should try to do that again. Although, if I try, it should still happen. Okay, fuck it.
A warning.
We're going for the witch.
We're not going to ignore.
Yada yada yada. We've been here before.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No. We're going waifu mode.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives, her voice
we heard it.
softly carries up the...
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Simp.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to sell you, I think.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Sure thing, babe.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Any ideas, honey?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
No.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door,
Let me out.
but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, there goes the music.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm.
I still don't like that
her
anymore.
teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Natalie and Lenia, you have an announcement. Let's hear it.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's save the princess.
Fine. against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding.
You did a number 2 on the toilet. Thank you for sharing, Natalie. It's important to do that kind of thing before something important happens. Otherwise, you could end up like that stream where we got about to this point and then I had to end the stream very abruptly. So, congratulations. Hope it went well.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground.
Gross.
And the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
She turned around. Did that happen last time?
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
Well, she's back in scary but sexy mode.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
I mean, I'm having a terrible time trying to recreate the steps that I took last time.
Not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
I wonder how many different unique drawings and lines there are for this game, because it feels like a lot. I mean, this game is incredibly reactive, even though it's just a visual novel.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, we got the witch.
You're on a path.
The last time I got the witch, I just let her escape. So maybe I gotta take a different I can take a different tact here.
In the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to sleep.
Alright, we've gotten this bit before. Oh, we didn't hear what new voice we got.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Voice of the opportunist.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So to advance to a chapter after this, I think I basically need to get killed by the princess. Last time she locked me in. I could try to do things the same way that I did last time, just not go out after her. Yeah, I think I'll try to do that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm trying to make her believe in me.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Very confident, opportunist. Bye-bye, mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath.
Hey, the line, Bart.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm
But
not nasty.
You are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Too right.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
I'm pretty sure this character has gotten the most fan art. I'll just leave that there.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yeah. Sorry about last time, honey.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
How am I supposed to get you out?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrists.
This cat mouth is killing me.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves
Kitty
face
princess.
to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
I guess I'm gonna have to go first because I don't want her to get got again.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
There you go.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
But
The princess is silent as you both continue the climb.
The occasional, like,
In no time at all,
cut-off line is
upstairs
really good.
of the cabin is within reach.
isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Not nice.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock.
Oh,
trying
that
to get hold
chaotic
of yourself.
expression. I
She
can't take it.
grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Do not abuse the bird.
Wait, why won't we be getting up?
The cat. The cat eats the bird.
I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Brave opinion,
You were
opportunist.
going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
It's what I would have done.
Have you considered not being like that?
I hope her back isn't broken too. I
Course
need
not.
to die.
It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Well, I'm not going back up
The
those stairs.
princess lets out a mocking laugh.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Opportunist might be up there for dumbest voice.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Kill me so I can get to the next chapter, sweetie.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Oh no, I hear the voice. Crap, I wanted to die.
Is that really what's going to happen?
Shit, I'm so bad at this.
Are you still there? What happens next? I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
I screwed up, guys. She's joined the collective. Damn it. Ah, I'm pissed off. And, I definitely don't have any saves. Well, okay. So this is an ending that we've seen before.
She's gone. And is that a...
Alright. Sorry, guys. Time to get banished. And gross. What time is it? Alright, I think I'm going to finish up this loop, and that's just going to be it for now. This is a little bit disappointing, but I think I'm going to take some more extreme measures next time. I really want to see some routes that I haven't done before. I don't want to have to look at walkthroughs or anything, but...
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
We've asked these questions before. Just send me back,
I
honey.
await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Snap.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright. Next stream might be the last one. We'll just see. And that's about it. Stay safe, drink water. And remember, the scariest girls are always the best. Yeah.